From landing Stephen Knight, the mind behind the hit Peaky Blinders series, to collecting an all-star cast consisting of the likes of Mark Ruffalo and Lewis Hoffman, here's everything you need to know about Netflix's upcoming limited series. Starting off with when and where you can watch the series. I've got good news for you right off the bat, folks. After being filmed in Budapest, Villefranche de Rougaré, and Saint-Malo between March and July 2022, the much-awaited adaptation will soon be gracing our screens. That's right, the limited series, based on Anthony Doerr's Pulitzer Prize-winning book, will be available for streaming later this year. But wait, there's more. Not only is this series a Netflix original, but it's also going to be 4 hours long, divided into 4 captivating episodes. And the best part, you'll get to binge-watch it all in one go on November 2nd, 2023. So get your popcorn ready and make sure to clear your schedule. If the show's anything like the book, then you definitely won't want to miss this historical drama. And remember, the only way you can watch this masterpiece is on Netflix, so be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And if you want an early taste of the show, then how about taking a look at the trailer? Released back on April 18th, this captivating trailer offers a glimpse into the hardships that the two protagonists, Werner and Marie-Laure, faced during the devastating Second World War. Get ready to be transported back in time and experience the heart-wrenching realities of war. The trailer is a masterpiece in itself, featuring minimal dialogue and the soothing tunes of Debussy that'll leave you mesmerized. It showcases Marie-Laure's attempt to communicate with her father through radio signals, unaware that a Nazi recruit is listening to her every move. The two characters may be on opposing sides of the war, but they still share a common hope for humanity. And if that's not enough, the trailer also takes us on a nostalgic journey of Marie-Laure's childhood, highlighting the deep connection she shares with her father. These scenes perfectly capture the loneliness and isolation that the characters experience while they're apart during the war. As Marie-Laure awaits the next chance to reunite with her father, she's forced to take care of herself and her uncle, a war veteran who's struggling with PTSD from the First World War. Judging by all the footage so far, the show's shaping up to be an amazing adaptation of the original book, packed with a heart-wrenching story of resilience, courage, and survival that'll keep you at the edge of your seat throughout its entire run. But a good story isn't always enough. You need an equally impressive cast. So who can we expect to see in the film? Netflix has assembled an incredible cast of talented actors who are set to bring the characters to life like never before. One of the most exciting things about this series is the casting of Aria Mia Liberti, a PhD student from Penn State who will be making her acting debut as Marie-Laure. Director Sam Levy searched worldwide for low-vision actresses to authentically portray the character, who loses her eyesight at the age of 6. After numerous self-tapes, Levy found the perfect fit in Liberti. In an interview with Vanity Fair, Levy couldn't stop praising the actor, saying that there was something luminous about her, and that unsurprisingly, she was so fiercely intelligent. With such words of praise vouching for her skills, it's no wonder she was chosen to play such a complex and inspiring character. It's like a match made in heaven. I mean, how many directors can boast that they literally went and found a new actor who was born specifically to lead their dream project? All that's left is to see her in action. But of course, the cast doesn't stop there. Lewis Hoffman, known for his work in the popular German series Dark, will be playing Werner, the teenage prodigy who's recruited by the German army in order to make use of his intellect and use radio technology to track down illegal broadcasts that are being sent out by the resistance army within German-controlled lands. The Incredible Hulk himself, Mark Ruffalo, is set to play Marie-Laure's father, Daniel Leblanc, a locksmith at the Museum of Natural History in Paris, which is unsurprising, as Tobias A. Schleisler, the film's cinematographer, has collaborated with the director once before on the Ryan Reynolds starring time travel adventure The Adam Project, which also had Ruffalo in it. On the other hand, Hugh Laurie plays Etienne Leblanc, Marie-Laure's uncle and a World War I hero who's struggling with PTSD. Last but definitely not the least, Lars Eitinger takes on the pivotal role of Sergeant Major Reinhold von Rumpel, a ruthless Nazi officer on the hunt for a diamond that is said to give eternal life, despite being terminally ill himself, which would explain why he needs that diamond. With such a talented cast and an incredibly engaging storyline, All the Light We Cannot See is sure to be a guaranteed hit. But it's not just the stars themselves that make the film. Let's take a look at the stuff behind the scenes. As already mentioned before, Sean Levy was immediately drawn to Anthony Doerr's award-winning novel after directing popular franchises like Night at the Museum and Free Guy. Unfortunately, the story had already been greenlit for a feature film, but when the production was put on hold, Levy saw an opportunity to bring the story to life as a limited series instead. He, along with his team at 21 Laps Entertainment, poured their hearts into the project, determined to create something on a grand, cinematic scale. In an interview with Vanity Fair, the director revealed that he'd always wanted to explore the genre, and that frankly, it was worth waiting all that time to be able to do it. Not only did that give him the time to perfect the script, it also seems like he spared no expense when it came to assembling the perfect team. Dan Levine, who worked with Levy on Free Guy, is the executive producer, while Stephen Knight, the creator of Peaky Blinders, wrote the script. This guy really summoned the Avengers of peak cinema for a passion project. You can't help but respect him for that. Even the musical score is in good hands. 9-time Academy Award nominated composer James Newton Howard is taking the reins in that department. Meanwhile, Schleisler, who previously collaborated with Levy on the Atom Project, serves as the cinematographer. And Dean Zimmerman, who has edited all of Levy's films since Night at the Museum, Battle of the Smithsonian, will be cutting the series. Levy's goal was to create a series that felt as cinematic as possible, which is why he shot all of the episodes himself. And judging by his creative team, it's clear that he succeeded in bringing his vision to life. In an interview with Collider, he explained that he used a feature film approach to the limited series, and that the visuals and emotional scale feel a whole lot more cinematic than your average television series. Hey, judging by his previous work, I don't doubt him on that. Now, with all that out of the way, let's talk plot. According to the official synopsis put out by Netflix, the series is set to follow the harrowing story of Marie-Laure, a blind French girl, and Daniel Leblanc, her father, as they flee from a German-occupied Paris in possession of a legendary diamond to keep it from falling into Nazi hands. But they're not alone in their struggle, as they're relentlessly pursued by a cruel Gestapo officer who desires to keep the stone for his own selfish reasons. The duo soon finds refuge in Saint-Malo, where they end up taking residence with their reclusive uncle, who transmits confidential radio broadcasts as a member of the resistance. It's here that their path collides with the unlikeliest of kindred spirits, Werner, a brilliant teenager who's been enlisted by Hitler's regime in order to help track down illegal broadcasts. But instead of being a loyal follower, he shares a secret connection with Marie-Laure, alongside her faith in humanity and the possibility that hope exists for them. Well, that's some really heavy stuff. Consider me sold. But hey, that's all there is to know about this upcoming series written by the creator of Peaky Blinders.